Okay, let me start with this. Imagine one of cricket's most iconic voices, Ravi Shastri, a man who's called matches for decades, who's coached India's biggest stars, acting like a teenager meeting a pop idol. But instead of a boy band, it's Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham. A 20-year-old footballer. That's the wild story here. And honestly, this isn't just a quirky sports crossover moment. It's a window into how fame, legacy, and global sports culture are colliding in ways we've never seen before. Let me break this down. First off, Bellingham isn't just a footballer anymore. He's a phenomenon. At Real Madrid, scoring goals in the World Cup, now co-owning a franchise in the 100. But wait, why does this matter? Because he's bridging worlds. Cricket and football, two sports that usually orbit separate universes, suddenly sharing a gravitational pull. Shastri calling him a Galactico isn't just hype, it's recognition that Bellingham's influence stretches beyond the pitch. Personally, I think this is the start of something bigger. Athletes like him aren't just playing sports, they are becoming global brands, cultural touchstones. We're watching the birth of a new kind of superstar. Now, let's dissect Shastri's fanboy moment. Here's a guy who stood alongside legends like Sachin Tendulkar, Kapil Dev, but he's geeking out over a signed cap from Bellingham. His daughter? She's the real MVP here. She wouldn't have let me home without it, that line cracks me up. But it also highlights a shift. Older generations idolizing traditional cricket heroes, younger ones obsessed with football. This autograph isn't just memorabilia, it's a generational bridge. From my perspective, this is what sports nostalgia looks like in 2024. It's not just about Don Bradman or Pele. It's about kids collecting Bellingham signatures while streaming T20 matches on their phones. And let's not gloss over the 100 match itself. Phoenix losing? Almost irrelevant. The real story is Bellingham at the coin toss. A symbolic gesture, sure, but symbols matter. By handing him that coin, cricket's establishment isn't just welcoming a footballer, they are acknowledging that their sport needs fresh faces, new narratives. Critics might call it a gimmick, but what's the alternative? Sticking to tradition while the world tunes into Netflix documentaries about football transfers? Nah. This is smart business. Bellingham's ownership stake isn't a publicity stunt, it's a Trojan horse for globalizing cricket. Imagine Real Madrid fans in Madrid tuning in to watch Birmingham Phoenix now. That's the play here. But here's what most people miss, this isn't just about one athlete. It's about the blurring lines between sports, entertainment, and fandom. Shastri bumping into Rohit Sharma in London? That's the old guard keeping it real. Meanwhile, Bellingham's rewriting the rules. We're seeing two versions of sports legacy collide. One built on decades of cricket tradition, the other on viral Instagram moments. And honestly, the tension between those worlds is what makes this fascinating. Will Bellingham's cricket ownership gig last longer than his next hairstyle? Maybe not. But it's forcing conversations about what sports purists value versus what the next generation demands. So here's my closing thought, this isn't just a story about a signed cap or a coin toss. It's about how sports icons are evolving. Bellingham's crossover isn't accidental, it's a symptom of a hyper-connected, influencer-driven era where athletes are no longer confined to one arena. Shastri's excitement? That's the sound of an industry realizing it needs to adapt or die. And honestly, isn't that kind of beautiful? Watching legends get starstruck by the future, even if it wears a football jersey instead of cricket whites. What do you think? Should we embrace these crossovers, or is there something lost in the chaos? Let me know in the comments. And if you're still here, thank you. You're the real MVP.